Hi everyone, welcome to Impact Academy. So today let us continue with the Indian Polity Model Paper. So this Model Paper 15. Identify the basic structure, basic features of the Indian Constitution. Okay. So judicial review, yes, it's the basic feature. Limited power of Parliament to amend the Constitution, yes, it is a basic feature. Supremacy of the Constitution, definitely. Sovereign, democratic, and republican nature of the Indian polity. So all these are basic features of the Indian Constitution. So a list of concepts were introduced in India. Some such concepts are given below. Place them in chronological order. So diarchy, Office of Governor General of India. Okay. Separate electorates for Muslims, portfolio system. So diarchy and separate electorates for Muslims are these two are very standard things, right? So we've already seen diarchy is 1919 and separate electorate for Muslims is 1909, right? Okay. So see, Indian Councils Act of 1909, Parliamentary reforms, is a separate electorate for Muslims. So this is 1909 and 1919. Okay, diarchy is introduced for the first time in provinces. So by knowing these things, we are able to put some order. C comes first, A comes later. Okay, C A. So this is wrong. Okay, anything can be there. Now within Office of the Governor General of India. Okay, so let us look at Office of the Governor General. So that would be 1833, right? So Charter Act of 1833 is Governor General of Bengal became Governor General of India. Lord William Bentinck was the first Governor General. Okay, and the Governor General was vested with all civil and military powers. So obviously that was 1833. So Governor Office of Governor General of India B will come first. Okay, B followed by CA. So still three options are there. Okay, so you have to know portfolio system. So let us see if there is any portfolio system. So, so statutory recognition to portfolio system was introduced by Lord Canning. Fine. So this was in Indian Councils Act of 1861. So Indian Councils Act of 1861 initiated the process of decentralization, that is restoring legislative powers to Bombay and Madras. Okay, that's also important. So in 33 we have seen they have centralized it. Lord William Bentinck, Governor General of India. In 1861 they have decentralized it, and Viceroy nominated some Indians as non-official members of his expanded council. Those are Raja of Benares, Maharaja of Patiala, and Sir Dinkar. So, okay, three are there from India. It empowered the Viceroy to issue ordinances during emergency. So this is also important. 1861, and new legislative councils for Bengal, all this, and statutory recognition to portfolio system. Statutory recognition to portfolio system was introduced by Lord Canning. So now you can put it in order, right? Office of the Governor General of India, 1833. So next, portfolio system, 1861, Councils Act of 1861 by Lord Canning. Next, separate electorate for Muslims, 1909, parliamentary reforms, and diarchy in provinces is 1919, Montague Transport Reforms, and 1935, Government of India Act. Diarchy has been abolished in provinces and diarchy introduced in center. Okay, so these are all very basic fundamentals. Which of the following amendment affirmed the right of the Lok Sabha to amend any part of the constitution? Now, what happened is, so if you look at the basic structure of the constitution, okay, so if you look at the basic structure of the constitution, first was the Shankari Prasad case, 1951. Okay, the constitutional validity of First Amendment Act was challenged. Okay, because it curtailed the right to property. So all these land sealing acts and all these things, people went to court saying that my right to property has been what you say challenged. Okay, whatever. So then the Supreme Court said that even fundamental rights are part of constitution. So you can, if you can amend constitution, then even the fundamental rights can be amended. So that is the Shankari Prasad case. Next, in 1967, in the Golaknath case, the Supreme Court said that fundamental rights are transcendental, immutable, so you cannot abridge or take them away. So basically, it reversed its opinion and said, no, you cannot amend the fundamental rights. So, as a challenge to this, Okay, the government has come up with 24th Amendment Act of 1971. Okay, where it said that the Parliament has the power to abridge or take away any of the fundamental rights under Article 368. Then in Keshwananda Bharti case 1973, the Supreme Court also this time agreed with the government. It said, okay, fine, you can amend anything, but just don't touch the basic structure. Okay, and in 42nd Amendment Act, again the government tried to say like, okay, nothing, no basic structure. Also, we can amend anything, no limitations and all. But the basic structure still continues. And in Minerva Mills case 1980, judicial review has been identified as the basic structure. So everything is subject to judicial review. So try to remember these dates also, at least the order, because if you identify that Shankari Prasad case is the 1951 early one and Minerva Mills case is the later one, then when you are asked to in a similar question put in ABCD in ascending or descending order, you will be able to identify. So basically, 24th Amendment Act of 1971 is a Parliament's way of it's Parliament's reaction to the Golaknath case, because in the Golaknath case, Supreme Court said that you cannot amend the fundamental rights. So Parliament came up with this 24th Amendment Act 1971. It said that the right of the Lok Sabha to amend any part of the Constitution, including the fundamental rights, specifically the right to property. The government said that it cannot continue because if a government wants to build a new road, it has to acquire property, right? If it wants to build a new flyover project, a lot of land has to be acquired. But if everyone goes to court saying that it is my right to property, it is not possible. So right to property is Article 300A. It is just a legal right. So you can get compensation. But if the government feels that it wants to take your land, it can simply take your land. Okay. So once a budget has been presented in the parliament, the government has to get all money bills related to the union budget passed within. So once a budget has been presented in the parliament, the government has to get all the money bills related to the union budget passed within 75 days. So let us quickly cross check this. So if you observe this, in the case of a money bill, Rajya Sabha can suggest amendments, but Lok Sabha has the final say. Okay, if the speaker says that a particular bill is a money bill, then only the Lok Sabha has the final say. Amendments made by the Rajya Sabha may or may not be accepted by Lok Sabha. The finance bill must be passed within 75 days, and the money bill must be passed within 14 days. Okay, so what is the difference between the financial bill and the money bill? Okay, a money bill is something which contains those issues related to taxation, okay, adding new taxes, removing new taxes, okay, something that has got to do with sharing of money with the states, okay, federal structure and all those things, that adding taxes, removing taxes, all those things comes under the money bill. So the money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha, and if it goes to the Rajya Sabha also, they can only stall it for 14 days. Within 14 days, they have to send back the bill, whether it is passed, whether any amendments proposed or not, it does not matter. So the Lok Sabha has the final say. So that is money bill. Financial bill 1, financial bill 2. So what is financial bill is along with the money. So there are some issues which come under the money bill, Article 110. Those issues that are mentioned in Article 110, okay, those are under money bill. It's very important, Article 110. So Article 110 contains the definition of money bills. So with this definition of money bills, along with those issues, if there are some other financial issues, okay, then it becomes financial bill. That to financial bill 1. So financial bill 1 is that bill which has those issues which are part of both money bill and also some other financial issues that do not form a part of money bill. So in such a case, it has to be accepted within 75 days. If it is a financial bill 2, okay, that means all other financial matters which does not contain anything related to money bill, then that becomes a financial bill 2. So financial bill, ordinary bill, money bill, okay. Ordinary bill is that bill which does not contain any financial issues, okay. So that is the ordinary bill. If it is a financial bill, it has both 1 and 2. Financial bill 1 means it contains both issues related to money bill and other financial issues, okay. Then financial bill 2 is only that financial bill which does not have any thing related to the money bill, and money bill is completely separate. So in the case of money bill, Rajya Sabha does not have any power. So once a budget has been presented in the parliament, the government has to get all the money bills related to the union budget passed within. So if it is a money bill, it has got nothing to do with the Rajya Sabha, okay, only the Lok Sabha can do it. If it is in the case of a financial bill, then the Rajya Sabha will have to pass it in 75 days. Okay, because he's talking about money bills. I don't think it is 75 days. Okay, money bills means the Lok Sabha can pass, and then Rajya Sabha has only 14 days. Beyond 14 days, Rajya Sabha cannot do anything. Remember that, very important. So in the case of financial bill 1, so if it is instead of money bill, then it's a financial bill. Only then it is 75 days. Okay. The constitution has been vested with the residuary powers with the center, but the financial authority to decide whether a matter falls under residuary powers or not rests with the Supreme Court. Okay, because if it rests with the Parliament, then Parliament will obviously say yes, this matter because it is beneficial to Parliament. It will always say any matter yes, it belongs to the residual powers, because the residual powers are usually left to the Parliament. Okay, if they're in concurrent list, also Parliament has a upper say. So Supreme Court is the one which decides whether the residual powers with the center, but the financial authority to decide whether it is the residual power or not rests with the Supreme Court. So India has adopted a federal system of government which is based on division of powers. So we've already seen division of powers. Schedule 4. Okay, Schedule 4 deals with the no, not Schedule 4. Schedule 7. Schedule 4 is allocation of seats to Rajya Sabha. Okay, so Schedule 4 is allocation of seats to Rajya Sabha and Union Territories. Schedule 7 is division of powers. Very important. Schedule 7 is division of powers between union and states. Okay, list 1, list 2, list 3. Union list contains 100, originally 97. State list contains 61, originally 66. And 5 have been moved from this, what you say, state list to concurrent list. So 52, originally 47, now it became 52. Okay, and those 5 which have been moved are, so 5 things that have been moved to concurrent list are education, forests, weights and measures, protection of wildlife, wild animals and birds, and administration of justice. Okay, very important. Education. So education is in concurrent list. Both state government and central government can do acts on it. Forests also, weights and measures, protection of wild animals and birds, and administration of justice. So India has adopted a federal system of government which is based on division of powers between union and states. Okay. However, which of the following powers has not been divided? Okay, fine. So executive is divided, legislative is divided. You have assembly, you have a parliament. Executive, you have the IS officers, central officers, and you have state level group 1 officers, etc. And the state level executive is different. Financial also, you have state level finance commissions, state level financial departments. But judiciary is unified throughout the country. Supreme Court is the what is a Supreme Court's what is a is final. Okay, let us quickly look at Article 124. That article also. So Article 124 is where Supreme Court will be there. Establishment of Supreme Court. Okay, so establishment of Constitution of Supreme Court is 124. 124A NJSC has been declared unconstitutional, and 130. Okay, seat of Supreme Court, and 129. Okay, Supreme Court to be a court of record. That means whatever judgments are given by Supreme Court can be quoted in other judgments or in other high courts, etc. So 130 seat of Supreme Court, 131 original jurisdiction, 132 appellate jurisdiction, and 136 special leave to appeal is very important. 142 is enforcement of decrees, and 141 law declared by Supreme Court to be binding on all courts. Okay, so Supreme Court is the unitary authority when it comes to judiciary. Law declared by Supreme Court is binding on all courts. That is 141. Remember that. Okay, 142 is important. 143 very important. Advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. So 141. Okay, Indian Constitution has adopted many provisions from the constitutions of other countries. Indian Constitution is termed for this as a bag of borrowings. Okay, so different experts have given different this such what is jargons, and so someone said it's a bag of borrowings because by that time it has already been more than 100 years. Several countries have already written their constitutions. So we have taken whatever is best from everything. So interpretation of Indian Constitution is based on the spirit of the preamble. Always remember this: interpretation of Constitution, face of the Constitution, soul of the Constitution. All those are preamble. Okay. Consider the following words: socialist, sovereign, democratic, secular. Choose the response that gives the correct order in which these occur in the preamble. Okay, preamble, socialist. Okay, so first comes sovereign, socialist. Okay, democratic, and then first come secular and then come democratic. So let us see. Preamble is also very important. Frequently, questions are asked on the preamble. So everything in the preamble is very important. Start including this 26th day of November 1949. Okay. So 26th November 1949, the preamble was adopted. Okay. Later in January, okay, January 26th, 1950, the Constitution came into being. So we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Okay. So sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. CADB is the order. So justice, social, economic, and political justice, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, and equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of individual and unity and integrity of the nation. Fine. So when was it preamble adopted? 26th November 1949. This is also frequently asked. So which of the following federations residuary powers rest with the center? So just like India, India, Canada, Australia. Okay, India, Canada, Australia. The residuary powers rest with the center. So the old name of which state or union territory is wrongly given. So Karnataka was Mysore. Yes, Tamil Nadu was the old name of which was wrongly given. So now it is Chennai, but back then it was called as Madras. Okay, Tamil Nadu means basically it should be Madras. Meghalaya, Eastern Hill Province, Lakshadweep, Lakadiv, Minicoy, and Aminvi Islands. So all these three are correct. Meghalaya, Eastern Hill Province. Just- okay. So this Tamil Nadu should be Madras. Okay. Now it is Chennai, but previously it was called as the Madras Presidency. So Karnataka was Mysore. Mysore Presidency, old name. Tamil Nadu is Madras. Meghalaya, it was part of Kasi, what you say, the individual small kingdoms. Okay. Kasi, Jaintia, and all those things. So it was not Eastern Hill Province. And Lakshadweep was Lakadiv, Minicoy, and Aminvi Islands. So three is wrong. All the other are correct. Tamil Nadu, it should be Madras. Okay. Chennai is a recently, I mean, it was the old name, and then it was recently changed to Chennai. But during the British period, it was called as Madras. A state posting can be revoked at discretion of the governor. Okay, when it comes to state, obviously it is governor. The ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha is vice president. Without any doubt, the vice president is the ex officio chairman. So, which of the following resigned as vice president to contest for the office of the president? It is V.V. Giri. Okay. So, which of the following is part of the electoral college for election of the president of India, but does not form part of the forum for his impeachment? So, we have already discussed on the president. When it comes to election of the president, all the elected members, okay, all the elected members not nominated, all the elected members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, State Legislative Assembly, councils, union territories, everything. Wherever there is an elected member, he takes part in the election of the president. But when it comes to impeachment, only those members, okay, only those members who are part of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha take part in the impeachment of the president. Not I mean whether it is elected or nominated does not matter. When it comes to impeachment, only Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha take part because president is a part of the parliament. So to remove him from the parliament, only the parliament can take action. No state legislative assemblies or councils or union territories. But when it comes to election of the president, only elected members. Here the nominated members cannot take part in the election. Only elected members of Lok Sabha, elected members of Rajya Sabha, elected members of state legislative assemblies, councils, and the union territories also. Elected members. Where there is an elected member, he is eligible to vote for the election of the president. So, the final resting place of India's Prime Minister who gave us the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, okay, is Vijay Ghat. Remember that. Okay, who gave Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan? Okay, so the final resting place of India's Prime Minister who gave us the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. So now who gave the slogan? slogan Jai Jawan Jai Kisan, it is Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, and he was his resting place is at Vijayaghat. Okay, so Jai Jawan Jai Kisan was given by Lal Bahadur Shastri, and his resting place is Vijayaghat. So, who of the following became the first women judge of the Supreme Court? Okay, Justice Meera Sahib Fatima Bibi. Fine. Who was the first woman chief minister in India? It is Sucheta Kriplani in Uttar Pradesh. So, with reference to Stand Up India scheme, which of the following statements is are correct? Okay, Stand Up India. Its purpose is to promote entrepreneurship among SC/ST women entrepreneurs. It provides for refinance through SIDBI. So, both are correct. Okay, major focus is on SC/ST women, and it has refinance through SIDBI. So, Mission Indradhanush, there are two things actually. One, Mission Indradhanush is related to immunization of children and pregnant women. That is true. And also there is a Mission Indradhanush related to banking also. Okay. So in banking reforms also there is one mission called Indradhanush, where it has a sevenfold strategy, recapitalization, all those things. So look at the options. You will get a, here there is nothing related to banking, right? So immunization of children and pregnant women, that is also that is more important thing about mission Indradhanush. Okay, the banking Indradhanush is not so much in news. Okay, no one knows much. But if when anyone says mission Indradhanush, first thing is immunization of children and pregnant women. Okay, not any of these. So consider the following statements. The Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject or amend a money bill. Yes, that is true. Okay, Rajya Sabha has no power with regard to money bill. Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statement. Cannot discuss. Yeah, the Rajya Sabha cannot vote on demands for grants. So consider the following statements. Which of the following is are correct? So the Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject or amend a money bill. So this is correct. A is correct. Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statement. I think this is not right because Rajya Sabha can discuss. Rajya Sabha cannot vote on the demand for grants. So let me quickly check because the answer is not clear. Okay. So among these statements, he is saying which of the statements is are correct. So the Rajya Sabha has no power either to reject or amend a money bill. This is completely true. Because when it comes to money bill, the speaker is the one who certifies that it is a money bill. And once if it is a money bill, it can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. And the Rajya Sabha has absolutely no power. It can review, but it cannot amend, cannot reject. Okay, it can keep the bill for only 14 days. After this, it has to return it back. Whether it returns it or not, it is considered deemed to be passed by the Rajya Sabha. So A is completely correct. So the Rajya Sabha cannot discuss the annual financial statement. That is true. The Rajya Sabha has no power to discuss the annual financial statement, and the Rajya Sabha cannot vote on the demand for grants. That is also true. The Rajya Sabha has no powers when it comes to voting on the demand for grants. So which of the following is correct? A only. Okay, don't go with option. Only A is the correct option. So with reference to the 14th Finance Commission, which of the following is correct? It has increased the share of states in the central divisible pool from 32 to 42. Okay, which is true. And it has made recommendations concerning sector specific grants. Okay, so that is also true. Okay, with reference to the 14th Finance Commission. 14th Finance Commission. So let us briefly look at. So if you look at the 14th Finance Commission, now we have 15th Finance Commission and shortly 16th will also come. So it's not very important, but briefly if you see, it is increased the share in divisible pool to 32 to 42. Okay, and 15th Finance Commission, it has reduced 42 to 41 because it wanted to give that 1% to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Okay, if it when it comes to centrally sponsored schemes, I suggested delinking 8 centrally sponsored schemes from support provided by the central government. Okay, this move grants states higher fiscal responsibility and greater autonomy. So taxation, okay, emphasize tax devolution as the primary source of fund transfers to the states. Okay, tax devolution and grants. The commission proposed various transfers, including grants for rural and urban local bodies, performance grants, grants for disaster relief and revenue, and the period. Okay, all that is fine. So basically, grants it has rural and urban local bodies, performance grants, and grants for disaster, etc. So here the question is saying it has increased the share of states in the central divisible pool from 32 to 42%, which is completely true. but it has not made any sector specific recommendations. Okay, so it has not made any sector specific recommendations. It has made or urban, local, and performance grants. Okay, so this is true. Only one is correct. The fundamental object of Panchayat Raj system is to ensure which of the following: political accountability, people's participation in development, okay, at Gram Sabha and all those things, okay, Sarpanch and ZPTC and all these things, we see that people participating at grassroots levels, democratic decentralization, which is true, okay. Centralization is taking all the powers to the center, decentralization is actually giving the power. So, Panchayat Raj is giving the powers at the grassroots level. So, all three are correct. One of the following is true with regard to the position of the Prime Minister of India. Okay, so among these, you can say that he rules, but he does not reign. So he is not a king or anything, but he rules because he's got the executive power. So consider the following statements with regard to the President of India. So the President is to be communicated about all the decisions of the Union. Okay, so we have already seen this article, very important. 73, 74, right? President means 52. President is Article 52. So Article 52 is the President of India, and 63 is Vice President, and 74, 75 Council of Ministers to aid and advise ministers, and 78, okay, duties of Prime Minister to furnish information to the President. So here you can say the President is to be communicated about all the decisions. Okay, Article 78, the President will be furnished with all information relating to proposals for legislation. This is also 78. President reserves the right to address the Council of Ministers. So President reserves the right to address the Council of Ministers. So it's not exactly reserves the right. Okay, if you look at it, okay, the President qualifications, conditions of President Office, oath of affirmation, and conduct of business. So in general, it's fine, but it's not like I mean the President will address every time the session comes, okay, and everything the budget is introduced, everything. But the President reserves the right to address the Council of Ministers. I don't think it is the right statement. Okay, so A and B are the correct statements. Because whatever the president does, usually he does on the aid and advice of the cabinet ministers, okay, council and etc. So it's not like he reserves the right or anything, okay. He follows the aid and advice of the cabinet ministers, the council of ministers. So which one of the following is not true with regarding to the money bill, okay. So it cannot be introduced first in the council. That is true. It has to be It has to be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. It cannot be introduced in the House of People without the recommendation of the Parliament, which is true. This is not Parliament actually. It's the President. Okay. I think there's a spelling mistake. I mean mistake in the sentence. It has to have the prior recommendation of the President. Okay. There won't be no recommendation of Parliament anywhere. It is whether it needs the prior recommendation of the President or not. Okay. So in the case of money bill, it needs the president alone certifies that particular bill is a money bill. This is completely wrong because it is a speaker. It is a speaker of the Lok Sabha who has the final authority to certify that a particular bill is a money bill. A finance bill is a money bill, which is wrong. Okay, if you say finance bill, there are two finance bills. Okay, one is finance bill 1 and another is finance bill 2. Finance bill 1 is where it contains provisions of both money bill and some other provisions which are not related to financial money bill, okay, but both are related to financial both have finance related issues. Then it is called finance bill 1. If it is finance bill 2, that means it has financial issues but nothing related to money bill. So you cannot you can say that a money bill is a financial bill, in that way you can say, but a financial bill is a money bill, you can't say like that. Okay, so 1 and 2 are correct. Okay, so the statement is not clear. Financial bill can be a money bill, that will be right, and money bill is a financial bill, okay, that is a type of financial bill, all that is fine. But to straight away say that finance bill is a money bill is not right, okay, because money bill is different, financial bill 1 and 2 are different. So which of the following does not recover right to freedom? Freedom of right to freedom, freedom of assembly without arms, this is there, Article 19. Okay, freedom of speech and expression, again Article 19. Freedom to move freely throughout the territory, again Article 19. Freedom to hold, acquire, dispose property, this is right to property has been removed as a fundamental right. Okay, this is only a legal right. Okay, So remember, all these are Article 19 subsections also. Okay, this is Article subsection 1. Okay, and this is 2, and this is 3 or 4, I think. So subsections also need to be in remembered. So if you look at 19, okay, Article 19, 1 is speech and expression, 2 is assembly, 3 is association, 4 is movement, and 5 is residence. Okay, and 6 is profession. Try to remember in that order. So, right to adequate means of livelihood as part of the directive principles of state policy is to be given to both citizens and men and women only. Right to adequate means of livelihood is given as part of the directive principles is to be given to, you can say, citizens. Okay, only citizens. It cannot be given to non-citizens. That is one thing. Men and women only. Yes, it's not given to children. Okay, adequate means of livelihood is not given to children because children should not work. Okay, so both can be said as right. So one of the following states was raised to the status of full state from status of associated state. So it was Sikkim. Sikkim initially was associated state. Later it wanted to merge with India completely, and so it became a complete state of India. So which of the following states has enacted a landmark legislation on right to hearing in 2012? Okay, it is Rajasthan. Right to hearing in 2012 is Rajasthan. Which of the following is not a special category state for the purpose of finance commission grants? Okay, so Assam, Nagaland, Jammu and Kashmir, there are special category states. Bihar is not a special category state. So, who is the current chairman of the National Commission for SC? So, these questions they keep changing. So, don't go with this answer. Look at who is the current one. Who is the current chairman of the National Commission for SC? So, correct chairman for National Commission for SC is Sri Kishore Makwana. Okay, and remember that Sri Kishore Makwana is the current what do you say? Commission. Okay, National Commission for SC. He is the chairman. Kishore Makwana. This is the these things don't remember from here. National Commission for SC ST was constituted on the basis of 1989 Act. Okay, so very important. 1989 National Commission for SC ST was constituted. Next, which of the following is not sacked or impeached by the Parliament? So, for impeachment procedure, this Chief Justice of any Supreme Court, Chief Justice of India, I mean Chief Justice of High Court also, or any judge of High Court, any judge of Supreme Court. So all these judges go through the impeachment by Parliament. President also can be impeached by the Parliament. Okay, Auditor General also impeached by the Parliament, but Attorney General is not sacked by impeachment. Okay, Attorney General can also attend the Parliament sessions. He cannot vote. He can only attend. Okay, and he is not subject to the impeachment provisions. So, which of the following is true about Parliament? So, joint session of the Parliament is headed by the President, which is wrong. Okay, it is never headed by the President, it is headed by the Speaker. Parliament consists of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the President. Okay, joint session of the Parliament is called by the Lok Sabha Speaker. Joint session of the Parliament is called by the President and presided by the Speaker. The Vice President is elected by both the houses of the Parliament. So, this is true. Okay, this is the only thing that is true. All others are wrong. Try to remember why also. So, which of these are constitutional posts? Special officer for linguistic minorities. Okay, we have seen these languages. When it comes to languages, we have seen in 340s, right? These 341. Okay, 343 is the official language, and 345 is the official language of state, and the 346 official language for communication between states and this thing. So, special linguistic officer. So 350B, okay, 350B is Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities. Remember that 350B. 351 is Development of Hindi Language. So Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities is 350B. So is mentioned in the Constitution. So it's a constitutional post. Okay, Advocate General also is mentioned. Okay, Advocate General will be in the state government, right? So we have to go back to state government means. So okay, this is the state legislature, and 153 is governor, Okay, 153 is governor, and you can say 163, 164 is chief minister, council of ministers. Okay, so it will come. So advocate general for the state. Advocate general is 165. So advocate general is 165. Then attorney general is attorney general. You have to go to from 52 president, and attorney general is 76. Okay, attorney general is 76. Remember this. Attorney general is for the central, article number 76, and advocate general. Okay, CAG is 148. Very important. 76, 148, and 165. Okay, 76, 148, and 165. Remember all those three. So, special officer for linguistic minorities 350B, and advocate general. Advocate general we see 76, right? 76 or 165? 165. Sorry. Attorney general is for the central. Advocate general is for the state. 165, and CAG is 148. All these are constitutional posts. Even president, vice president. Okay, all these are constitutional posts. Solicitor general is not a constitutional post. Okay, it's a what is a political post, you can say. It is appointed by the government. So A and B only. So with reference to the National Human Rights Commission, consider the following statements. Only a retired Chief Justice of India can be a chairman of NRH, National Human Rights Commission, which is true. Okay, only a retired Chief Justice of India can be the chairman. Okay, chairman can be re-appointed? No. So only A. So with reference to the defections, consider the following statements. An independent member of Lok Sabha becomes disqualified if he joins any party after 6 months. No, this is a if he joins any party before 6 months from the date, okay, on which he takes. So remember, not after. A nominated member of Lok Sabha becomes disqualified if he joins any party at any time before 6 months. Okay, after 6 months, it's fine. This is nominated member, right? Not independent member. Nominated member cannot join. Let me quickly check. So a nominated member also, he can become disqualified only if he joins the party after 6 months. Okay, so within 6 months, he's fine. Okay, a nominated member of a house shall be disqualified for being a member of the house if he joins any political party after the expiry of 6 months from the date on which he takes it. So before 6 months is okay. In their case, within 6 months of being nominated to the house, they can choose to join a political party. So within 6 months, they have to join if they want to. So can an independent. So these are the what you say defection grounds for disqualification. Okay, so the 10th schedule of the Constitution inserted by 52nd Amendment Act 1985. Okay, 10th schedule. All this is very important. Disqualification of members of Parliament and state legislature. The grounds are if an elected member voluntarily gives up his membership. Okay, if an elected member of a particular party voluntarily gives up his membership from that political party, then he is disqualified. If he votes or abstains from voting without the permission of the party, that is also ground for disqualification. So when an independent member joins a political party, so it doesn't matter 6 months or anything. When an independent member joins a political party, then he is disqualified. Okay. But when a nominated member, so the president nominates two Anglo Indians to the Lok Sabha and 12 members to the Rajya Sabha, right? So if a nominated member wants to join a house of a house wants to join a political party, he has to do so within 6 months. So after 6 months, if he joins, then he becomes disqualified. So independent member of the Lok Sabha becomes disqualified if he joins any party. Okay, that's it. Doesn't matter 6 months or anything. A nominated member, on the other hand, becomes disqualified if he joins only after 6 months, not anytime. So remember. Okay, so neither A nor B. It's very important. Defection laws, anti-defection, 1985, 10th schedule, all those things are very important. So the model code of conduct for political parties and candidates to be followed during the election is specified in the Representation of the People's Act 1951. Okay, so Representation of People Act 1951 is very important, and this model code of conduct during elections is given in that particular act. Okay, So which of the following article empowers the president to appoint prime minister? Article 74, 75 we have seen, right? And that specifically 52 is president, okay, and 75, 74 is about council of ministers, and 75 also we have seen, okay. 75 is other provisions as to ministers, and 74 is talking about the council of ministers to aid and advise the president. So specifically the prime minister will come in 75. Okay. So which of the following articles empowers the president to appoint prime minister? 75. So is the chairman of the Lok Sabha is the speaker. Chairman of Rajya Sabha is the vice president. Which of the following reasons to be identified Rajmanar Committee for the problems in central state relations? So central state relations means immediately Rajmanar Committee, Sarkaria Commission, okay, Panchi Commission, all those things will come. Rajmanar Committee is a DMK government in Tamil Nadu. They have appointed this committee to see why center is becoming more powerful at the cost of the states. Okay, but obviously the central government will not accept the recommendations because they're saying to reduce the powers of the central government, remove the central officers like IAS, IPS, etc. All those. So central government will not reduce its powers. Okay. So which of the statements are correct? So Rajmanar Committee, these were the exact. So remember that what is the context of Rajmanar Committee? Okay. So Rajmanar Committee was what you say. It was sanctioned by the DMK government from Tamil Nadu. So basically, it's a state government. So obviously, it will say negative about the center and ask to reduce its powers. Okay. So from that context, read the statements. You will find out which is true, which is wrong. These were the existence of some provisions in the constitution that give special powers to the center. Okay. And so obviously, this will speak against this power, too much powers to center. Insufficiency of financial resources with the states, leading to the dependence on the center again for the states against the center. So this is also true. The institution of central planning through the planning commission, again planning commission becoming all powerful. Okay, without it's not even a constitutional body, not even a statutory body. So yes, this is true. Problems arose due to one party dominance at the center and the states. This is also true. So Rajmanar committee gave many recommendations also for this, but none of it was accepted because the central government does not want to reduce its powers. Again, which one of the following demanded that the power of the center be restricted to defense, foreign affairs, okay, and all this in 1973. So basically, again, it is see all these things: West Bengal Memorandum, Sarkaria Commission, Rajmanar Commission, Anandpur Sahib Resolution. This is regarding Punjab, okay. So all these things were, and also Panchi Commission. All these things are about central state affairs. So Sarkaria Commission and Panchi Commission are appointed by the center. So some of the recommendations were accepted. But Anandpur Sahib is from Punjab, West Bengal Memorandum is West Bengal, Rajmanar is from Tamil Nadu. So these three committees, whatever recommendations they gave, they are obviously against the powers of the center. They are saying reduce the powers of the center and give more autonomy and finances to the states. So obviously the center does not accept much of it. So Anandpur Sahib resolution, it said reduce the power of the center and keep it only to defense, foreign affairs, communication, currency, etc., etc. Okay, so they are basically saying give more powers to the state governments, and obviously all these recommendations were rejected by the central government. So in 1992, which of the following acts were passed making India first statutorily defined three-tier system? So obviously 73rd and 74th Amendment Act. This is regarding panchayats. 74th is regarding municipalities. Very important. Of 1992. Okay. So which of the following passages are correct? Akali Dal Party, Punjab, National Conference, Jammu and Kashmir, DMK, Anna DMK is Tamil Nadu. Are correct? So which of the following is not a feature of NITI? Think tank is a feature. Vision of national development, decentralized planning, all those are features. Cooperative and non-cooperative federalism is not exactly a feature of NITI. So the institution of Lok Yukta has not been instituted in the following states. So it is there in Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Nagaland because it's a northeastern state, hilly terrain and all. Lok Yukta is not still there. Which article of Indian Constitution makes provisions for the tenure of Panchayat? 243E. So all this is very important. Panchayat, right? So 243. Okay, 243. The panchayats starting from 243. Gram Sabha, Constitution, composition, and all these things. Okay, 243E deals with the duration of the panchayats. Very important. If possible, you have to remember all these things. Okay, questions are frequently asked. At least remember 3 to 4 solidly. Okay, say for example, J is audit, K is elections. Okay, and E is duration, D is reservation of seats, etc. At least, okay, then you will be able to identify. So 243E talks about the durations, tenure. Tenure means duration, right? So the State Public Service Commission presents its annual report to the governor. The central level, they are giving it to the president, right? So state level, it is going to give to the governor. Under which article president rule was imposed? Article 356. 352 is national emergency. Okay, 352. 360 is financial emergency. 356 is president rule. So president rule was imposed in Uttarakhand in 2016. Try to remember that. Khasi and Garo tribes mainly live in Meghalaya. Okay, very simple. Against whom does the Lokpal not entertain complaints? Against secretaries, state ministers, central ministers. Higher officials excluding secretaries. No need to exclude secretaries, they are also there. Okay. So which of the following statement is true about Sabla? Sabla aims at all-round development of adolescent girls. Okay, the name itself suggests adolescent girls all-round development. Okay, so this is true about Sabla. So which identify which of the following statement is false. Okay. Accessible India campaign, Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan aims at achieving universal accessibility for persons with disabilities. Okay, so it was taken up initially in 75 cities. All this is fine. So it was launched in 2017. 16 is wrong, right? Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan. So let us say Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan. Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan. 2015. Okay, not 2016, 2015. So consider the following statements. Okay, all these are true. Okay, Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan launched in 2015. Beti Bachao Beti Padhao program has been launched for girl child. Yes, it has launched in Haryana. Okay, because Haryana has very low sex ratio. Okay, 33% reservation to women and police force has been recommended. Yes, one-stop centers are being integrated with about 180 helplines. Okay, so basically Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan is in 2015 and all these things. It's about disability. Okay. So which of the following statements is true regarding minorities? Minority Commission is not a constitutional body. Yes. Constitution does not define the term minority. Yes, correct. Religious and linguistic minorities have been recognized by the Constitution. That is also true. Okay. So we have seen in Article 2930, right? Religious and linguistic minorities, their culture and all that things. We have seen languages also articles starting from 341. There are officers, okay, language officers and all these things. So all ABC are true. So economically and socially backward classes, 27%. Okay, OBC reservation, I'm sure everyone is aware of, right? SC/ST reservation is around 7%, right? ST is 7%. So basically, OBC is 27%. Mandal Commission and all that, everyone knows, right? So which of the following parties were not of a united front which were in power? So in that united front, BSP is there, Haryana Vikas Party is there, Assam Gana Parishad is there, Samata Party is not there. These type of questions today no one will ask, don't worry. So which one of the following is incorrect in respect of parliamentary control of the budget? So parliament has no power to increase the tax without the president's recommendation, which is true. Because tax means it will become money bill. Money bill means prior recommendation of president is required. Parliament has no power to impose tax without the president's recommendation. It's the same thing, right? Okay, increase the tax, impose a tax, and increase expenditure charged on the consultant. So basically everything. Increasing a tax also no power. Imposing a tax also needs president recommendation, and increase the expenditure charged on the consolidated fund also. So this is also parts of money bill. So where there is money bill, prior recommendation of parliament is there. Parliament has a president is required. Okay, parliament has no say in the preparation of budget. This is wrong. Okay. So which of the following statements is correct regarding to the state legislative councils as compared to the upper house? So basically Rajya Sabha and MLC. Okay. So two-thirds of the members are replaced in state legislative councils once in every 18 months, while one-third of the members in the upper house retired once in 2 years. So he's asking about which of the following is correct regarding to the state legislative councils as compared to the upper house is not allowed, but the nomination to the upper house at the center. Anyway, so nomination to the state upper house is not allowed, but nomination to central upper house can be made. So even in state upper house, governor nominates around 112. Okay, in in central upper house, that is the Rajya Sabha, president will nominate 12 members. Okay, in state also, governor will nominate 112. Okay, 112th of the capacity. So this is wrong. State upper house can make legislations while central upper house has no. There's nothing like that. Okay, even council and Rajya Sabha both take part in making legislations. No bill other than the money bill can originate in the state upper house. While see, this is outright wrong. Okay, in the state upper house, that is Rajya Sabha, money bill cannot originate. Money bill can only come from Lok Sabha. While any bill can be presented directly in the central upper house. Okay, so that's what this is also wrong. Okay, this is wrong. Any bill means if you're talking about money bill also, then it cannot be introduced in the Rajya Sabha. The central upper house means Rajya Sabha. Okay, state upper house means the MLC. MLC elections, we say legislative council. Okay, if you are part of the legislative assembly, then you are called MLA. If you are part of the legislative council, then you are called MLC. Okay, MLC has elections from different constituencies. Okay, MLA constituency, teachers constituency, doctors constituency, graduates constituency, like that. Okay, not so MLC elections are a kind of indirect elections. Okay, not direct elections. They are direct elections, but not based on adult suffrage. Like that, you can remember. So two-thirds members of the are replaced in the state legislative councils once in every 18 months, while one-third of the members in the upper house retire once in 2 years. Okay, so once in 2 years, one-third in Rajya Sabha, two-thirds every 18 months. So which of the following is are not financial committee or committees? So public accounts committee we have seen. Okay, committee on private member bills and reservations, and estimates committee is the largest committee, 30 members from Lok Sabha. Committee on public undertaking. So which of the following is not financial committees? So this thing and this thing, these both are not financial committees. Public accounts committee and estimates committee are what do you say? They are financial committees because they deal with finances. So having an elected president at the head of the parliamentary system is a feature the constitution borrowed from Ireland. Okay. So, which of the following amendments have introduced major changes in the scheme of distribution of tax revenues between the central states? So, 80 and 88. So, 73, 74, we are talking about panchayats and municipalities. That is different. 80th and 88 have made major changes in the distribution of tax revenues. But after the 101 Amendment Act, 101 is GST, right? After 101 Amendment, GST has subsumed most of the other taxes. So which of the following states and the year of their creation are incorrectly matched? So Maharashtra 1960, Goa 1987, Arunachal Pradesh 1987, all this is fine. Andhra Pradesh is 1956. Okay, if it would have been Andhra Pradesh, then it is 1956. But Andhra State is 1953. Andhra State is 1953 with Kurnool as capital. Then again in 1956, after the death of Sri Potti Sriramulu, okay, the first linguistic state, okay, state based on linguistic basis, based on Telugu language, it was Andhra Pradesh. That is in 1956. Okay, Andhra State capital is Kurnool. Andhra Pradesh is Hyderabad. Who was the first leader of the opposition in Rajya Sabha? Okay, Kamal Party Tripathi. I don't think they will ask such question. Okay, anyway. So which of the following Lok Sabha was dissolved before expiry of its normal term and midterm elections? The fourth Lok Sabha. Fine. So which of the following union territories has a legislature? Puducherry has a legislature. Delhi has a legislature. Okay. Andaman and Nicobar, Daman and Diu, Chandigarh, they don't have legislatures. Because now Jammu and Kashmir is also a union territory. Maybe you can add Jammu and Kashmir to that. Okay. Jammu and Kashmir also has a legislature, right? Jammu and Kashmir, Delhi, and Puducherry. have legislatures. That means they have assembly and elections take place. Identify the correct pair of allocation of number of seats in the Rajya Sabha. West Bengal 16, Odisha 10, okay, Madhya Pradesh 11. They are all correct. In an interstate council was set up in 1990 under Article 263. Very important, Article 263. And usually these constitutional bodies who will set up is the president, finance commission or anything. Okay. So the constitution makes provisions to ensure the independence of judges. The provisions do not include one of the following. Okay. So though appointed by the president, their removal is a difficult process. Yes, they have to go through the impeachment process, which is true. The conduct of a judge cannot be discussed in parliament except upon a motion regarding his removal, which is very true. Salaries are charged on the consolidated fund of India. So there is no interference from the parliament, right? This is true. Retired judge cannot be appointed to any office. This is wrong. Okay, these retired judges have many things. Okay, human rights commissions, information commissions, several things. Any committee or they have several opportunities once they retire. So which one of the following was founded by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? All these things. Samaj Samata Sangh, Depressed Classes Institute, People Education Society. So all these are Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, and also there are many Bahishkrit Samaj, Bahishkrit something is there, Samaj, all those things. And who among the following are the heads of the Apex Council for Supervision of Functioning of Godavari and Krishna River Management Boards? So river management boards is also very important. So who are there? Minister of Water Resources, Government of India. Okay, for Godavari Krishna River Management Boards, Government of India, Minister of Water Resources. So what is the period for which Hyderabad shall become common capital of states of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana as per section 5 of the AP Reorganization Act 2014, not exceeding 10 years. So 2024, the 10 years will also complete and still Andhra Pradesh does not have a proper capital. Okay. So recently the union government has decided to merge railway budget with general budget with effect from 2017-18. Okay, remember this, from 2017-18 there is no separate railway budget. It has been merged, and it will end the old tradition of presenting separate budget, which was followed for 92 years. Okay, may not ask that question per se, but remember in 2017 railway budget was merged with the normal budget. Who launched an online complaint management system called POXO e-box recently for sexual offences? So Union Minister Mr. Maneka Gandhi. So that means this probably sometime back. Okay. Anyway, remember this POXO Act is very important. Protection of children from sexual offences. Okay. POXO Act is 2012. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012 to provide robust legal framework for protection of children from offences of sexual assault, harassment, and pornography. Very important. POXO 2012. So that is the end of this paper. Okay, we have completed model number, paper number 15. Okay, thank you.